Hi everyone, I wanted to get this in before it gets too dark out. Today is June 1st. I decided to be punctual this time to make up for last time. I have a couple empties. I also have one thing that is like, if I had stretched the rules a little bit, it could have been included in this empties, but I wanted to be honest about the fact that I'm going to finish it in June and not May. I'll show it to you guys shortly, but I'm going to start with my actual empties. First one, I wasn't originally, like if you had asked me when I started this, I probably wouldn't have thought to include it, but I feel like I've mentioned it plenty. I finished my makeup wipes. These were from TJ Maxx or something. I did end up buying a replacement set of makeup wipes from the Rainbow was closing, like going out of business by Journal Square, and so I bought a pack of makeup wipes from there, but I think I'm going to try to use up my micellar water before I start dipping into those. Next one, and then again, like one of these I'm excited about and the other three are just like kind of whatever. One is my deodorant. I actually had to buy a replacement for this because I prefer on a day-to-day basis using a spray. There was a period of time in the middle there though where I was using one of my travel ones just to hold me over. But now I have a spray one that I prefer. Although I did use the natural one today that I said I wanted to finish just because after my run I wasn't planning to leave the house. So that's what I'm wearing right now. And then here's the one I'm excited about. So this was, I like kind of considered this a hand lotion, and then when I actually looked into it I realized it was a body lotion. When we went to Mexico the first time with Gas, I brought this as my like sun, like post sun, just like a body moisturizer, and used a lot of it and ended up really like, it seems like kind of unscented, but it's not. It's got like a little bit of a fruity scent to it. So then for the rest of the month I kind of used that as my scented lotion. And the last one is this. I finally finished my Prose conditioner, so now I'm on my replacement Prose shampoo and conditioner. I guess I'll give my thoughts on everything at the end, but for now I'm gonna go around and show you everything. Okay, so starting up here, I decided to put a spray in this La Mer, and then now I have the hydrating spray has this cap that like doesn't really fit. But I've been kind of spraying this on my face more or less every day. I'll show you hold on. So I have these two next to my bed right now. This one is like way more empty than I thought, and it's kind of separated, so I'm hoping to finish that. And then here is the one that I was talking about that like should have been done today. Like it's kind of ridiculous, and probably I will put it on my legs before I go to bed today, and then that'll be my first empty for June. But I wanted to be honest. This is Mike's. If I run out of my face moisturizer, I may dip into it. Anyway, to pick back up over here, I've been using a face mask kind of once a week. This one I really like. I think that before I dip into any more of these sheet masks, there's only 3 left at the moment. I'm gonna try those two, and where's the pink one? Where is she? This one. This and the two, and probably the pink one and the green one, I'm gonna try to haul ass through. Oh, I also, for my birthday, as my Sephora gift, because I didn't want to acquire any new makeup, I went with a skincare one. This came with a packet that was a serum, which I used up already, and some sort of, I'll show it to you. I'm not really quite sure what it's supposed to do, but it's on my desk that I've been using. These peels kind of freak me out. That one's in French. Kind of freak me out. So I haven't used it yet, but that's why there's like new product in here. For my desk, this is still here. Making regular progress into that one. This one is so flat. I'm hoping to finish that soon. Even though Mike accidentally smushed this into the cap, there's still plenty left. So that's on that with my desk. Okay, so I have a couple new makeup items. Some people gave me some makeup for my birthday. This was from Christina, including a lip gloss that's now in my purse. And this was from Amanda. Said it looks awfully vaginal, but I love these. How fun is that? I've used both of these palettes a little bit. This one more than this one, but I have tested both. And I also, so that I could get my Sephora gift, I got this Glossier U Fleur, which I really like. Dug this bad boy out, so that has been on my dresser. I'm like, of course, my ultimate summer hot weather scent. Like, this will, if not by July, will be done at some point in July, I guarantee it. When it's been hot, I've been really going for that. Nothing new here, except that I have one of these replicas that I think is literally a replica. There was another one I had on there that I put on today that I was like, I don't like that, so I might give it away. This one, on the other hand, is a little bit better. I could maybe see myself finishing this at some point this year, but it's a huge pain because it's not a sprayer. This is the skincare that I got from Sephora. It says Blur and Repair Cream, so I'm like not sure what that's supposed to do. And then I guess I'll go over my makeup momentarily. The usual suspects over here. And Mike did order me as a birthday present a full size of that. Sirens are still going, but that's fine. We did find this on the curb. That was quite a find. Pretty cool. So now I can keep this little bin that was in the closet in the bathroom. Looking pretty good over here. The only bath things left besides those little bubble baths and the stupid confetti. The tea and this one bath bomb. Here's like a better look at what you've kind of been looking at in the dark for a little while. Micellar water is coming down a little bit. This is the shower spray. I have this sunscreen down here now. I'm going to the beach this weekend, so I'm going to be probably just taking this one and trying to finish it because the expiration is 2024, so I really should finish that. That's still over there. I don't think it's any lower than it was. Face wash still coming down. This I added back because it's hot out, so I've been using that. That's a good one. This is about here, probably. And then this is about here. Mike's also been using this one a little bit, so that's helpful. Okay, I feel like it's been a hot minute since I did a proper assessment of this bin. This I've been using literally every day, even on days that I'm like not really wearing any other makeup. It's getting dry, but I tested it on my hand yesterday and there is still plenty of black coming off, so I'm gonna hold on with that. I'm using this a decent amount, like more than I would normally to try to finish it. This is my, like, if I really can't stand that Clinique one, I'll use this. What else? We got this, looks kind of the same. I've been trying to branch out. This is the other one that I've been trying to power through, and I like actually took the wand out and like squeezed it, and there's still plenty left in here. So not making a dent on that quite as soon. So Jesus Christ, I hope everyone's okay out there. Been using this for all sorts of stuff. You can kind of see, those are my legs, by the way. You can kind of see that some of these have like a recent dent in them. Mostly eyes. I would say that I've been using them either as eyeshadow or as eyeliner. I'm not really branching out much beyond that. Now that it's summer, I'm not really using the dark moody colors of this one quite as much. Though I'll use this as a highlight or this as a highlight once in a while, which is cool. Cool for that. Yeah, nothing specific of note except that I added these back into here. Or not back. I think that they were not ever there. They are newly added. I've been using this one a lot. And then one more thing. When I made my Sephora order, this and what was the other free thing? Oh, I know what it was. You got to pick 2 free samples. I think one is in here. And it's like a packet. Here. A little face cleanser. I was trying to really resist getting free makeup, but I figured that this was acceptable. Here, you can even see the one that I was using. It might be dry at this point, but I was using shades 1 and 2. I like it. I don't know if I'd go out of my way to buy it, but I have been using it. One more thing, as you can see, I put this back in the makeup drawer. And I'm going to take this out. I've been using this a little bit. And it is a reliable summer palette. By the way, one last thing worth mentioning, since we know I'm about to finish that rose scented body butter. These are my new makeup wipes, by the way. It's worth mentioning which one I'm gonna replace it with. And there's 2 contenders here. Here's the other one. Both ones that, here it is. Both from Bath and Body Works. Both have been with me for a very long time. They're both on their side, so it's hard to tell like how kind of half empty they both are. And, you know, I was leaning toward this one, but I feel like when it gets really hot, this is going to be kind of overwhelming. So I should hit this one early summer before it gets too hot. So this is going to be the scented one that I keep on my desk. Okay, so new development. I feel like I was going just a touch of overboard with the clothes. And I wouldn't say I went overboard with the perfume. I think I bought an appropriate amount of perfume, but I think I'm going to put a hold on it. I have written in my little notes app, added to it, June update, return for the month to January rules. I think I'm going to take a month off. For financial reasons, primarily. I was looking at how much I was able to save / put into my loans in the first 3 months of the year. And I don't feel that I can do that if I keep buying things. I had my last little hurrah yesterday. Ashley and Christina and I went to the mall. And I got a dress for Catherine's engagement party. And I had bought a couple days before a pair of shoes to wear. Replaced a pair of shoes that I have had since high school that were kind of busted, so I'm happy to be replacing those. And I figured I would call it there. I made one new exception, so obviously I'm not getting another bathing suit. That was one of the rules from January. I'm replacing that one allowance with one summer skirt. I still don't have a sun skirt. Ideally kind of midi to full length, but I could be tempted by an above the knee skirt. So yeah, putting a hold there. And then also the consolation is I could potentially be allowed to buy some jewelry. Jewelry is not a temptation to me normally, but if I clear out some jewelry from here, maybe sell it or donate it, and the circumstances are correct, if I'm at like an estate sale or a flea market or something, or a craft fair, and something really speaks to me, I think I'd make an allowance for that. And then the other rule is no books. I have bought one book this month, I think, and I'm literally facing my bookshelf right now, and I'm like, I just keep thinking about when we moved here, how many fucking books there were. So I'm trying to resist. Obviously, if someone gives me a book, I think that's fine, but I would like to make some progress in my books before I get any new ones. I don't really talk about this here, but part of the original January was no tea or coffee. I thought that by like May, I'd be ready to buy some more tea or coffee. I could probably go until January and drink a tea or a coffee every single day and not buy any new ones. Maybe that's an exaggeration. Let's say October. I would bet money that I could go until October without buying any new tea or coffee and not miss it. Still have the big bag of ground coffee. I have a bag of coffee beans. I have several tins of tea leaves, as well as a couple boxes of tea bags. I think that's fine, so I'm gonna stick to that. Just for this month. I'm not talking about October. I may, you know. That's it. So yeah, no clothes, no makeup, no perfume, no jewelry except under the right conditions, no skincare, no body care until July 1st. And I will let you guys know how that goes next time. Hoping to make some more progress and some more empties by then.